Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to go through questions 11 to 21 of the November 2021 foundation paper. Let's get right into this. Question 11 says in a game the players going first uses crosses on the player going second uses circles. To win a game a player must get free crosses or three circles together in a line, and the line must be horizontal, vertical or diagonal. Here is the position of the game. This is where we can see exactly where the circles and the crosses are. It's Amy's turn to put a cross on the grid. She wins if she puts a cross on B3. Write down all the other squares where she could put her cross to win the game. With a question like this, we want to find where there are two crosses in a row and finish it to make a 3. We have two crosses in a row here, so we could put one on B2. We also have two crosses in a row here, so we can put one on E3. We also have two crosses here that are filled by a gap, meaning C5. The last place we can look is going down here. We've got 2 in a line, leaving us with D5. This is the last square that we can use. The next part of the question says that Amy goes first in the next game. Assume that she will choose a square at random. Write down the probability that she will put her first cross in F6. She is choosing to put it in one square, which means 1 is our numerator, and if we count the total number of squares, we have 36, meaning our answer is 1 out of 36. If we look at F6, F6 is a corner square, but we have only 4 corner squares, which means that now she only has a 1 in 4 chance of choosing the square that she wants. This means that the probability will increase because she's got less to choose from. Question 12 is a nice short question. A dolphin and a whale are drawn to scale. The actual length of the dolphin is 3 meters. Estimate the actual length of the whale. In your example, take your rule and you would measure the length of the dolphin. You would then measure the length of your whale and see how much bigger it is. In this case, the whale 4 times bigger than the dolphin. So we simply do 4 times the length of the dolphin, which is 3, which gives us 12, so our answer is 12 meters. Question 13 is an area of a triangle question. The area for a triangle is length times height, all divided by 2. We're going to do 9.8 times by 2.6, which is 25.48. And then we're going to divide it by 2. So 25.48 divided by 2, which is 12.74. So our answer is 12.74. The next part of our question says the circle has a radius of 11.5 centimeters. Work out the area of the circle. When we work out the area of a circle, we use pi r squared, which means our radius squared. Our radius is 11.5. So pi times 11.5 squared, and this is something that we can put straight into our calculator, which gives us 450.48 centimeters cubed, so our answer is 450.48. Question 14 says that a machine takes 4 seconds to fill a packet of crisps. In total, how many packages of crisps can 35 of these machines fill in 8 hours? Firstly, we need to work out how many seconds are in 8 hours, so we can do 8 times 60 for 60 minutes, and then multiplied by 60 as well for 60 seconds. If we do this, this gives us 28,800 seconds. Now in this question we have machines, we have seconds, and we have crisps. We have one machine that takes 4 seconds to make one packet of crisps. So what we're going to do is we're going to work out how many packets one machine makes in 28,800 seconds. To get from 4 to 28,800, we need to multiply by 72. So we're going to multiply the 1 by 7,200, which gives us 7,200. We do not have one machine, we have 35 machines. If we have more machines, it's going to be quicker, so we're going to produce more. We take our 7,200 packets produced by one machine and multiply it by 35, which gives you 252,000. The next part the question says each packet of crisps contains 32.5 grams of crisps. At what rate does the machine put the crisps into the packet? Give your answer in grams per second. This is a massive hint. Grams per second means we're going to have to take the weight and divide it by the amount of seconds. We know the weight is 32.5, and we divide this by 4 seconds, which is 8.125. So our answer is 8.125. In question 15, we've been given the table of values for y equals x squared minus 2. We've got a couple of blanks we need to fill in first. So if we write above what these values are, squared minus 3 squared is 9, 2 squared is 4, and 3 squared is 9 again. Now we can take 2 off these values, so 9 minus 2 is 7, 4 take away 2 is 2, and 9 take away 2 again is 7. Now all we need to do is fill these coordinates onto our graph below and join the points with the curve. Question 16 says towns A and B are shown in a centimeter grid and the scale is 1 centimeter represents 10 miles. What does the shaded area represent? And we're told to tick one of the boxes. The shaded area is representing all the points that are within a certain distance of the dot. If we look, we are 2 squares away, which means we are 2 centimeters away, which we then know represents 20 miles. So we always are within 20 miles of point A. Question B on this exam paper. Unfortunately, I am unable to complete it because I can't get a protractor or a compass on the application that I'm using. Question 17 says to multiply out the following bracket: 5x bracket 3x minus 2 bracket. For this one we're going to do 5 times free, which is 15, and x times x, which is x squared, and then 5x times minus 2, which is minus 10x. So our answer is 15x squared minus 10x. Question 18 says that the diagram shows the age and the values of some cars in 2019. All the cars were the same make and model. What type of correlation does this graph show? If we look at the graph, the line starts quite high up and it is going down over time, which means it is a negative correlation. The next part of the question says write down the value of the car that was an outlier. So let's look back at our data. There is one point here that doesn't follow the trend. There is this point here which is 4,000 pounds. The next part of the question is to use the graph to estimate the value of a new car of this make and model in 2019. A new car will be 0 in age, so we want to be looking around here. If we look, it crosses our axis here, which is around 15,300. The next part of our question says a car of this make and model has a value of 5,600. 2019. Use the graph to estimate which year it was made. So let's go back to the graph. Let's find 5,600. Should be around here, go across to our line, and go down. We get an age of roughly 7 years. If the car is 7 years old in 2019, that means it must be made in 2012. Question 19 says here is a triangle and a rectangle. A and B are positive numbers. Which shape has the largest perimeter? Perimeter is all of the outside of the shape added together, so let's split our page in half to do the triangle on one side, and the rectangle on the other side. Adding all the sides on the triangle, we got 5a plus 4a plus 2a, which means we've got 5 plus 4 plus 2, which is 11, so 11a, plus 1b plus 7b plus 1b, which is 11b, giving us 11a plus 11b. For the rectangle, we need to fill in a bit of extra information. We got 4a plus 2b on top and a plus 4b at the side. Working out the number of i's, we have a plus 4a plus a plus 4a, which is 10a, plus 2b and 2b plus 4b, which is 12b. Since both of the numbers are in front of the letters for both the triangle and the rectangle are positive, that means we cannot actually tell which one is larger. For question 20 of this paper, the nth term sequence is 19 for n. What is the smallest value of n that gives a negative answer? The easiest way to do this is just to go through the sequence. If we start with 1 in place of the n, we get 19 minus 4, which is 15. And then we can just take 4 off each time, so 11, 7, 3 and minus 1. Minus 1 is our first negative term. But we want to know where in our sequence that is, so 15 is our first, 11 is our second, 7 is our third, and 3 is our fourth, so minus 1 is our fifth, so the answer is 5. Thank you again for watching our video. Please make sure to subscribe so you can catch the end of our paper.